WAEC was getting closer, and every day felt like a battle. While other students were relaxing after school, Ifeoma was buried in her books. She knew that her dream was too important to take chances. But no matter how hard she studied, Chioma never stopped reminding her that she was poor. One afternoon, Chioma walked over to Ifeoma's desk and laughed. "Ifeoma, even if you pass WAEC, who will pay for medical school? Poor people like you should be in the streets begging. Or better still, come and work as a cleaner in my house." Her friends laughed with her. Ifeoma fight back her tears and kept studying. A few weeks later, another problem arrived. Ifeoma's school fees were overdue. Every day, Ifeoma worried that she would be sent home before exams. One morning, Ifeoma was called to the principal's office. Her heart was racing. She thought that her education was over. But to her surprise, the principal was not alone. Dr. Stella was with him. He told her that Dr. Stella has paid for her school fees and exam fees. Tears filled Ifeoma's eye. She thanked the principal. She thanked Dr. Stella. She thanked them again and again. As she walked back to class, she made a promise to herself. "I will make Dr. Stella and my father proud." Not long after that, Dr. Stella returned to the school again. This time, she came with wonderful news. A scholarship will be awarded to the best student. The winner will receive support for her university education. The moment Ifeoma heard those words, hope returned to her heart. She knew that this was another opportunity. From that day, she studied harder than ever. Some days, she was so tired that she fell asleep on her books. Months later, the West African Examination Council finally arrived. Ifeoma sat in the examination hall and prayed quietly. Then she began writing. Paper after paper, day after day, until the examinations were over. The waiting was difficult, but eventually the results were released. Her hands were shaking as she checked them. Mathematics A1, Biology A1, Chemistry A1, Physics B2, Agricultural Science A1, English Language B2, Civic Education B3. She stared at the result. She couldn't believe her eyes. "I have done it." She cried tears of joy. A few days later, the scholarship winner was announced. The entire school gathered in the assembly hall. The principal opened an envelope and smiled. "The scholarship winner is Ifeoma Ndubisi Okafor." For a moment, everything became silent. Then the hall erupted with applause. Ifeoma couldn't stop crying. For the first time, she felt like her dream was becoming real. But there was still one more obstacle: JAMB. Once again, Ifeoma returned to her books. She studied day and night. Weeks later, her results came out. She scored high enough to study medicine and surgery. She screamed with joy. But even then, she had to wait for admission. Every day, she checked her phone. Every day, she prayed. Then one afternoon, the message finally arrived. Congratulations, you have been offered admission to study medicine and surgery. The journey to becoming a doctor had finally begun. Medical school was not easy. There were difficult classes, long nights, hard examinations, and moments when she felt like giving up. But whenever she remembered her father and the promise she made to him, she found the strength to continue. Years after years, she kept pushing forward until one beautiful morning, graduation day finally arrived. As she walked across the stage wearing her white doctor coat, tears filled her eyes. I have done it. Dr. Ifeoma. After the ceremony, Chioma walked up to her. I was wrong about you. I am sorry. Ifeoma hugged her. There was no anger left in her heart, only peace. Then her uncle approached. The same man who once said that she could never become a doctor. With tears in his eyes, he apologized. Ifeoma hugged and forgave him. A few months later, Ifeoma began working in a hospital. A frightened little girl walked into her office. Ifeoma smiled, held her hand, and said, "Don't worry, you are safe." As she smiled back at Ifeoma, Ifeoma remembered the little girl she used to be. The girl everyone doubted. The girl everyone laughed at. The girl who refused to give up. And that is how she became Dr. Ifeoma. Never allow your background to determine your future. It doesn't matter where you come from or what people say about you. Hard work, determination, faith, and perseverance can take you to places that money can't. Always believe in your dreams, because one day they can become your reality. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next inspiring story.